I'd love to hear, we're still on the fundraising topic, but think about primaries. I know that you've been gracious as to share your pitch decks with the world, and we've all learned a lot from those over the Series A's through whatever the latest one was, DE. What do you think about running an effective fundraise process? So how do you, I know you have some strong, maybe contrarian views on getting the right price, on forcing investors to make decisions on, this is a good one for ODS, who are probably going out for their Series A's, in the next 6 months in particular, if not already.
Yeah. So I guess I have two pieces of advice that may be a little bit contrarian from what other people hear, which is the traditional advice is, you should meet, with investors and, spend time with them and get to know them over, relationship. Unless I'm actively fundraising, I don't meet with investors. And the reason is that there's two reasons. So one is it's a waste of time. You don't do anything. It's the reason they're paid to waste your time, is what investors do. And the reason they're meeting with you is they're trying to get information to get ahead of anybody else if you are a hot company. And so only two things can happen. Either you give them information and they don't think it's interesting, and then there's market signal, and they'll go tell everybody, nothing's confidential. They all tell everybody about the companies that they met. So now the word on the street is you're not an interesting company, or you are an interesting company and they'll try to preempt it. And then you have no leverage now because you don't have multiple term sheets. And so there's everything to be gained for an investor to meet you early and talk to you and spend time with you. There's nothing to be gained for the entrepreneur. So then when do you meet them? And you meet them when you're starting the process. And so once you start the process, you find all the investors that you're interested in meeting. You project plan this thing. You're like, over 5 weeks, I'm going to meet all the investors. I'm going to do the individual meetings. I'm going to do the partner meetings. This is the due date for term sheets. This is blah, 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 blah. And you manage all this because what you're trying to do is you're trying to drive all the demand into a single point in time. You're effectively running an auction. And so you have to set up it. So the worst thing that can happen is you get a term sheet early and you have to go yes or no on this term sheet before you have more information on other term sheets, right? So you say yes, you never get the information on what other term sheets would be. You say no, and then you get the next term sheet and you have a yes, no decision again and a yes, no decision. What you really want to do is get all the term sheets in on the same day, ideally, right? The same point in time. And then now you have a true auction process that you can start finding what price, you have price discovery, what the clearing price would likely be. And then if you want to negotiate, you actually have multiple offers you can negotiate against.